Dirty Boxing 3, August 29th. The man with me today, Mike Perry. Mike, how we doing?
Whoa, I'm doing good, bro. How are ye?
I'm doing good, man. I've been watching you shadow box out here for the past 5 minutes, so that's always a good way to start my day. Um, and that's a good place for me to start because a lot of fans have been like, Chief Violence Officer. I love that. So, like, what's a day in the life of a Chief Violence Officer over at Dirty Boxing?
Man, well, wake up. I've been on this keto kick. Today's day 6, just all meat and eggs and avocado, just all protein. And uh, so I make breakfast and take care of the kids. Try to help mama get them ready for school, or we got a little vacation, little getaway tomorrow, and just got a new toy. So we be on the water a little bit now, and
Mm.
chief violence officer really just we just love the environment and like the vibe of just living a good life. And then if shit gets sideways, which it doesn't when I'm around, because people don't want that smoke, you know just coordinating a little bit too, a little bit of deals business here and there with the team and the partners over at Dirty Boxing. Very excited for this upcoming fight. Our matchmakers just one after another. We keep putting together bangers, and we show up on fight night and have a blast.
And I mean, another one that fans are wondering about just because of some of the stuff this past week is Mighty Mouse going to be at a Dirty Boxing event anytime soon?
Um, I think I asked him. I was on his podcast. I think he's going to be
Right.
competing at this one, like not at our event. He's going to
I
be
was like, what?
in Las Vegas at the same time as our events going on. So he's not coming to this one, but we are going to have some cool people. So I've heard, you know what I mean? So everybody knows I was a big fan of Love Island. So we're hoping to have some characters from the show out there. I think that's going to be fun, man. Show them some. We'll do Violence Island, see what's going on there.
Love Island meets Violence Island. I love it, man. And this is a killer card. You've been talking about this fight for longer than it's been booked, but the Wolf and Biggie Boy, I mean, tell me about this, man. What can fans expect?
Ah, the Wolf is such a just aggressive guy, very passionate entertainer about his fighting and stuff. He's got big, strong head on him, and Biggie Boy's tall. He's long. He's got skills. He moves light on his feet. Wolf's got to bring him the pressure. But they're mixing up their game plans. They not gonna let each other know what's what until they're in the ring, toe to toe. So I really look forward to that. I'm actually I like both guys. It's tough. I like all these fighters. They always show up, and I see them at face-offs or maybe a day before, and they're always very respectful. And the lifestyle of a martial artist. We train hard. We eat clean. We fight hard, and we just hope that the fans can enjoy the show. And we're putting our lives on the line when we enter the ring, and we go for broke, especially in dirty boxing. Dirty boxing is very action packed, small gloves, boxing, striking, punching, elbows, and ground and pound. It's very exciting, very fast paced, and those two, they're going to cap the night off on top of a card full of other bangers as well.
Yeah, this card is stacked. Every Dirty Boxing card so far has been stacked, but this one's different too because we get our first champion. So, as Chief Violence
Right.
Officer, like, what do you look like? What do you want a champion? What makes a good champion for Dirty Boxing?
Man, well, I guess key word is violence. The wolf. He really has that persona, and it's who he is. It's not a character, It's he's aggressive, and he brings it going forward. Uh, but Biggie Boy's the other side of that coin, where when you're looking for a champion, skills and brutality, uh, cleanliness, and and vicious just gore all come together. So then, with these two competitors, we're making the best possible matchup we can, and the fight's going to be super exciting. And it'll be my third commentary, and I got to get a little more into it behind the mic, and just kind of amp these guys up for everyone at home watching. So make sure you tune in to Dirty Boxing August 29th, live and free on YouTube. We're giving you the best show on earth, and just tune in and catch a view for you.
And I talked to Malky a couple weeks ago, and I said, how many more cards this year? He said, hopefully 2 or 3 more. And I said, what are some names you guys want to bring on? And he said a couple guys. He said Paige Van Zant's injured right now. You guys would love to have her. But in your opinion, are there specific names you're working on or at least want to bring on soon?
It's you know, I wouldn't mind getting up in there.
Well, I mean,
Fight.
obviously.
I kind of want to get in there. It's like they're just teasing me every time, dangling in my face. I'm like, look at those titties. Look at those titties. I just want to get in there and soccer punch them. Um, you know, Other than myself, there's lots of great athletes, but we are a different breed in dirty boxing. We are, high caliber striking these stand up fighters, you know, UFC has their greats that are going right now. Ilya Taporia, he's got the big punching style. A Max Holloway, a Nate Diaz, a Conor McGregor. Someone that's really fun, like myself, like I said. So kind of caught me off guard. I guess I need to come up with a list of guys that we really want to see in there. But I kind of topped that list, man. I want to see me.
Well, that's perfect because I was gonna ask anyways. Like, I know you said you're going on vacation tomorrow, but we saw you about a month ago at Bare Knuckle getting into some of that stuff and saying you want to fight here. Have you been training? Has that started at all?
Oh yeah, man. I've been getting it in for the past 2 to 3 weeks. Like, I've been consistent every day, getting it in. Uh, been working hard on my diet. I haven't been drinking. I'm trying to be the best version of myself that I can be at this age, and taking my years of experience and knowledge, things I've learned, do's and don'ts, and just doing what I can to be the best physically fit, mentally fit, spiritually fit Mike Perry. I definitely need a little more spiritual. We go to church on Sundays and we can do it more often, but it's something about opening that book that'll really speak to you and give you powers you didn't know you had. So I'm just trying to see what I can really be if I do my best with all the experience I've had, because I've been eating pretty much Taco Bell and whatever I wanted, drinking and smoking, doing whatever my whole life. And, physically, I've had these capabilities, but if I really buckle down and see what I can do, I think Bare Knuckle's going to have some news very shortly. I'm looking forward to that. And once that cakewalk's over with the next bare knuckle, I don't know. Maybe Dirty Boxing will have a real offer to come to the table if we keep growing.
Well, and I mean, that's what I was going to ask. And if you said something's in the works, maybe you don't even know yet. But you guys had the face off, you and Mundell. Is that what they're working on? You think?
No, I don't think so. I think that that's the closest his little ass is going to get to me. And look, Mundell can talk all he wants, this and that. Uh, whatever, man. I slept on twice. I don't care who it is. When the night comes, I've heard nobody cares about that one because he ain't got no following. Like, it's just true. Like, through my fighting career, I've gained almost 1 million followers just off of pure exciting entertainment and fights. The way I fight, fighting style, and my capabilities in martial arts. And then, someone who doesn't have 30,000, it's just not. You just, maybe you just didn't do it, or you just keep grinding. You know what I mean? Like, whoever, whenever, whatever, as long as it makes sense. And if they say it doesn't make sense, then you know it's really an easy choice for me. Like, the fans don't really. The company makes the choice based on the fans, but just the fans in the company, maybe a few of them want one thing. You know, it all depends. I think the next fight should entice people. I got to put a lot of work in. Uh, I believe, they're going to make me cut this weight, and I'm already in some kind of crazy shape and holding a pretty solid size. So that's my battle. And then once I handle that weight, whoever's in trouble in front of me is in trouble.
Like, with all that being said, do you even do you take this Luke Rockhold stuff seriously at all? I saw you reposted that on your story from what he was saying this week.
Well, that was my podcast, Overdogs podcast, and
Yeah.
we're just doing our daily duty on the media side of things here, keeping up with the action in combat sports. Luke Rockhold, I said, please do good. Like, I hope he does good. Like, maybe Luke Rockhold with gloves on is this next mythical fighter. And, but Darren Till's got a couple wins in boxing. And he was talking about kickboxing already when he's about to go into a boxing match. He's like, I want to bare knuckle kickbox Mike Perry. Well, okay, you're more of a kicker, but like, it used to be, like, he says one thing. Luke's a silly guy. Um, he's just, of course, he wants to try to get it back, but you know, what happened to saying gloves, whatever. I know boxing, kickboxing, he's been a bit of the kicker. I don't really care. I haven't kicked in a long time. I've been boxing, and everybody wants to see me and Darren Till. So if Darren Till handles my light work and Luke Rockhold in the boxing ring with pillows on his hands, I'm still working to find somebody the right somebody bare knuckle, and I believe that they found someone, and you know they're making this fight, so the bare knuckle fans will get that Platinum Perry bare knuckle fight, which is a very entertaining show. It's very exciting, fast paced. Bare knuckle is hard hitting, cut you open, a lot of blood, a lot of action. You can't beat that. It's fun stuff.
And last question for me, and I'll get you out of here, Mike. Just because I'd be a fool not to ask with how viral it went and how, in my opinion, awesome it was. You and Conor McGregor got pretty close to each other there at the presser. How was that experience? Being 6 inches from the man's face.
That's weird, dude.
I didn't mean to say it like that,
bro. I mean, it's confusing. He's a smart guy. He's a great promoter. I said, hey, we all want to see Conor back in a fight, and I think a part of him wants to, is itching to get in the ring. I guess UFC's just testing him. He's in the pool. He wants to get in the ring for sure. It's been a while. He wants to see what he's made of, and then he does his normal disrespect. He kind of put a damper on my announcement of he was the one who said you'll be fighting on October 11th, this and that. I believe the date might have moved, and you know, I just didn't feel disrespected. You know what I mean? I feel like he was promoting my matchup. He was like, you'll dance for me, whatever. Cool, man. Like, I will, sure. Like, that's what I do. I sign a contract to fight for a paycheck, and I dance for everybody watching. I'm this, a slave to the game, and I enjoy the game. So it's all good. Some people were like, "I wish you would have hit him," and it's like, yeah, but everyone saying that wouldn't be that close to him. And then, you know, Connor. It doesn't matter if you're a powerful guy or not. It's like there's ways to go about things. And I just, if I felt disrespected, maybe there would have been a physical altercation. But I just didn't feel that type of disrespect. Like the other guys that were talking shit, I did something there. Like I gave Mundell something by walking over and hitting his head and his hat off his head. You know what I mean? Like I've tried to give Dave any bit of bare knuckle kudos and attention on his accomplishments there. And I've even tried to face off with him in the ring or things like that, but there's nothing really so far as I've heard that's gonna make that fight. And it's not like I want to chase that fight. I don't really care about that fight because I beat him twice. But I guess it's a different sport, this and that, whatever. But I don't get nothing out of it. What are you, the pound for pound number one in bare knuckle? Based off of who? Based off of what? I'm the pound for pound number one highest money making motherfucker in the company. So suck on that one. Because, and then no matter what gets done, what gets said, what gets signed, people say whatever the hell they think they want to say because people are fucking silly. People got nothing better to do than to comment online and say, I don't know what I'm talking about. So, whatever the company wants to do, it's not like I have choices in these things. It's not like I'm picking from a litter of options and choices. Like, I don't get that. So don't fucking blame me if you're not seeing the fight you want to see. But every time I get in the ring, it is a fight you wanted to see because you're going to watch that shit. Whoever I'm facing. It's been exciting. It's been great. People fucking suck sometimes, bro. And you know what, man? I'm trying not to pay attention to that and just focus on being my best self. And, everybody else can get in line.
Well, hey, Mike, thank you for the time. Hopefully we all get some fight news soon. But regardless, Chief Violence Officer's busy. DBX3, August 29th. Mike, my man, thank you so much.
Don't forget, August 29th, baby. Dirty Boxing 3.